What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back at it again with another Transformer figure review. And this one's a bit of a weird one because this one actually is starting to pick up some traction. I didn't realize it was going to pick up, but then again, with the announcement of the new mold potentially coming next year, I'm excited. So, without further ado, here we are with the Transformers Dark of the Moon Ratchet. Now, this is the official Dark of the Moon Ratchet. However, I did get this used, so I don't know what the box entirely looks like. I just know that I have this version, and this is pretty cool. This is what it looks like. So no box, unfortunately, and yeah. So he does come with a gun, and no blast effects for this because it was pretty early on in Studio Series when nobody knew what the heck to do. So yeah, and it plugs in here, and I'm pretty sure that's about it. So. But we'll remove the weapon and we will get into, y'all know it, call it, scale comparisons. That's right. So, here is Ratchet in his vehicle mode next to Q. These are all Studio Series, by the way, so, yeah. Here he is next to Dino. Here he is next to Soundwave. And finally, here he is next to Leader Shockwave. So, yeah. Alright, so we're not going to waste too much time on this because we already know it's pretty much just going to be your simple standard Ratchet design, and because this is a straight up reissue of the 07 version, which I did not own, but this one is exactly the same. So start things off, you're going to want to, oh, what the hell, we'll start at the back. You're going to kind of just lift it up and you're just going to kind of just let it just do its thing there for a minute. You're going to take these panels, you're going to flip them out once you've gotten this all opened up here. So take these, flip them out, and you're just gonna kind of want to just bring everything all down from inside the back of the Humvee ambulance here. And that was one issue we all had with this figure, was that it would fall apart. So anyways, straighten out the feet. Alright, like so. Then we'll fold up that portion of the backpack and we're pretty much done with the legs. So yeah. Next, you're going to come to this front section here. You're going to untab some of these pieces here, and you're just going to kind of want to wiggle things around and pull out the front of Humvee. These pieces do bend. They are bendable, excuse me. So get them out of the way, pull this all the way forward like so, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come to this section and just rotate it all the way around. And then take the Humvee section, rotate it all the way around. Then we're going to come to this piece. We're going to bring all of this down like so, and it's going to tab itself into place somewhere in here. There we go. Yeah, it's going to tab itself into place into the chest. You can take the backpack, and there is a tab up here. Going to pop that open again, clean this up. And then you're just going to kind of just squish it all in, and then it tabs into his back right there. So there we have the backpack all done, and the chest mostly done. So now what you're going to do is you're going to bring these arms down, you're going to straighten them out, like so. Then you're going to come to these wheel sections here. You're going to want to, if they haven't done so already, you're going to want to fold them all the way out. So these faux headlight pieces are sitting outwards. And then here, let's just rotate the head because it looks a little funky. And then you want these shoulder pieces in this position here, because there's a tab in the headlights of said Humvee that are, or not headlights, in the wheel well here, because it's really hard to tell, but there is a tab section right there. That's going to go over this and form the shoulder pad. So there you have that. And then we're going to come to this one, do the same thing, straighten it all out, make sure everything is all good to go. And then, whoa, hold the phone. All our figures stand up on their own. And then you bring in the gun, hands are a little funky, so you got to make sure you get it all in the right spots. And there you have Studio Series Dark of the Moon Ratchet in his robot mode. And I got to say, I do appreciate this. I do appreciate this. I do appreciate this. In fact, I like it. But I know I'm not going to keep it. Because I know there's going to be a new mold coming, and I know this is going to be something that everybody's either going to want, or this is something that everybody's going to dislike. So, might as well get rid of it as soon as possible. But, anywho, let's get into the scale comparisons, because that's what we all are here for. Here he is next to Dino. Or Mirage. Well, is he technically Mirage? I don't know. That debate's up for that's still up for debate. So here he is next to Q, otherwise known as Wheeljack. But then again, is this dude Wheeljack? Thanks to Rise of the Beasts, we will never know. Here he is next to Mr. Soundwave. And finally, here he is next to Leader Shockwave. Okay, so, final thoughts on this guy. Well, he's a bit fiddly. And I definitely don't like this backpack. I mean, who does? Who actually here can say they actually, truly enjoy this backpack? I don't think anybody can. I really don't think anybody can. In fact, it's so bad it hinders the leg movement, it hinders poses, it does a lot of things. So this backpack is a massive L. The rest of the figure, on the other hand, though, it's not too bad. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, because it's pretty much the exact same thing as the original Dark of the Moon Ratchet that they released back in 2011 and 12. But I can't complain entirely, because it is a nice Ratchet figure. But I will say this: it does not get the highest of high in terms of out of 10. So in my case, I would put this somewhere in the ballpark of a 5.5 to 6.5 out of 10, and anything above a 5.5 is worth getting. So I would say get it, but at the same time, because we got that announcement that we're going to be getting a new Ratchet here later on, either this year or next year, where it's going to be a Voyager class, I don't know that it's worth picking this guy up right now. But, anywho's, I will say this: 5.5 to 6.5 out of 10. That's where I would leave this thing. Is actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it in the middle. I'm going to leave it at a 5.9 out of 10. So it's one to pick up, but it's one to not really give a crap about. So, anywho's, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to subscribe for more content. Do not forget to hit that like button on this video somewhere down here. And also, do not forget to comment about what figure you would like to see me do next. We have a couple things in the pipeline here that I'm trying to get ready to go. And once we do that, then we can pretty much get things taken care of, and we can get some more content out for you guys. So, anywho's, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick's voice rail. Sorry, my tongue decided to stop working there for a moment. Kitten Cat 999, Bravely GG, iStar 552, Take Along Productions, Lemon Lime Studios, Zaga the Oreo, Alexander Rothschild, and oh, what the hey, we'll throw this person out there, Truster Tube. So, anyways, do not forget to go check all of them out. And this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.